I want to thank you for your perseverance, and I'm very grateful to be here with all of you. So anyway, okay, thank you. First, a very brief recap before I present new and complete material. This is 30 seconds from my 16-minute film, Night Hunter from 2011, which stars Lillian Gish brought back to life in an evocation of the uncanny. I've taken images of Gish out of 4 of her early silent films and recontextualized the action in 4,000 handmade collages, photographed in 35mm to create animation. The soundtrack was completed in close collaboration with the composer, which is something I do with all of my films. I'm also presenting 30 seconds of a collaborative installation piece built to recontextualize the film images in appropriate settings. Night Hunter House is a 6-foot-tall miniature Victorian house. It has 10 rooms, each with video screens looping distinct scenes from the film, and interiors that relate to the specific content of the loop. The interiors can only be viewed through the windows. The house expands on and illuminates the film material. My creative capital project will include an expanded installation, which I'm still formulating, but I'm happy to talk about that if you have an interest. Here are a selection of clips, some more complete than others, taken from my creative capital project, Random Forces, with just a placeholder soundtrack. I consider this project to be the third in an associated trilogy of films that includes Night Hunter and Phantom Canyon from 2006. I envision Random Forces as a sort of Victorian sci-fi film, referencing the 19th century romance with explorers and science, but with an added futuristic tone of environmental apocalypse, something that has, of course, accompanied the discourse around science and technology from the beginning. The metaphor of an opening door allowing the entry of forces with unintended consequences becomes a recurring theme operating on several levels. My style is very process-oriented, and I work intuitively. I imagine a vague premise or landscape for a film, and then jump in and see what happens, following the associative practice of allowing whatever arises while I'm working to direct my choices. This process is somewhat sequential and follows an emerging narrative of sorts, although I continue to return to earlier scenes, crafting alterations, adding narrative or visual embellishments, and eliminating what no longer feels right. So I just want to emphasize that this is actually not finished work. I'm continuing to mine film history for image sources. To date, I'm working with images of Mary Pickford, Janet Gaynor, and Lillian Gish, taken from films they made before 1930. Random Forces will eventually be 10 to 12 minutes long. These clips are from the first 5 minutes of the project. Working with my hands has always been an important aspect of my creative process. Random Forces, like Phantom Canyon and Night Hunter, will be constructed from thousands of handmade collages. My technique is different from that of most collage animators in that I create approximately 8 individual works on paper for every second of screen time by cutting, gluing, and layering the various paper elements, rather than moving cutouts under the camera, which is much more typical. I find it allows me to add several levels of detail to each collage and control more elements and specific motion. Again, the actors' actions are recontextualized in the collages to create a brand new narrative. Obviously, this process is very labor-intensive. My biggest challenge with all my film projects is the time necessary to create all of the film elements. The female role in Reproduction is a subtext of the first 2 films in the trilogy. A laboratory conscripted to the creation of new hybrid life forms will continue this focus on a hidden site of gestation and development, resulting in, as I mentioned, unimagined outcomes. Transitions, both biological and metaphorical, and impermanence are central themes of all my work. Once I complete the visuals, I will work closely with the composer on the soundscape. I'm also planning to use film-style intertitles, which is something new for me. I'm hoping to finish the film within 18 months. Then I'll be expanding the installation component of my art practice and working collaboratively to complete that. The installation may take an additional 3 to 6 months to create, depending on the scale and elaboration of the final concept. I need a composer if you have any ideas, and I just need to get a lot of work done. So, thank you.